Hey fam, what's good? I wanted to come to you today, and the topic I put on Facebook, it says, what type of seasonings do you use? But actually this video is not about seasoning. It's about what season you're in. And I felt like if I would have put what season you're in, nobody would have clicked on the video. So now that you're here, just listen to what I have to say. Give me like 5 minutes, okay? So talking about seasons. Now we know that we have 4 seasons in the earth. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I also wanted to talk about that we have seasons in our life. And most of the times when we're going through life, we're trying to figure this thing out. We're trying different methods. We're trying to do different things. But we get kind of anxious or frustrated when we're going through and we don't really understand why we're going through what we're going through. We don't understand that why we want to do what's right, and we put the work to do what's right, but nothing seems to be happening the way that we anticipated. And it makes us frustrated and we want to give up. It makes us weary. We want to just forget about it. You know, how many times we had New Year's resolutions or just different things that we're doing, it doesn't seem to work. Well, if we understand that there's different seasons in life, meaning that there's different times in life where we need to be doing different things. Every season has its own purpose. We look at the summer, we look at fall, winter, and spring. Let's just take spring for instance. Now spring is a time where what has been planted, which normally planting takes place in the fall season, but what has been planted begins to, does it take place in the fall season? Let me lie now. One of them seasons, child. I should have researched that before I did this video, but understand my point. Spring is a time where what has been planted is now beginning to blossom. It's beginning to bear fruit. Your abundance is coming. As a farmer, it's time to harvest what you've been planting. That's the time that everybody looks forward to. That's the time that everybody's excited about, because you're getting what you've asked for. But what you get, you didn't plant it in the same season. So everybody wants to get to the spring season, but there's also the summer. There's also a summer where the temperature is increased, and during the summertime, it's a time where we need to find shelter. We need to, although there is a benefit in the summertime, but it's also dangers in that same time, where there's heat exhaustion, where the plants and the vegetation, they're getting scorched, where even you will get scorched. You have to protect yourself. People wear sunglasses and they wear hats to protect themselves. This is the time in our life where it seems like, everything is just on blast. Everything is just 0 to 60. Situations, maybe family, maybe at work, and maybe you lost your job. It seems like all the intensity kind of revs up during this time in your life. Well, understand and know that during this season, you can't prevent that from happening. These things are going to happen, but now that you know that, hey, I'm in this summer season, keep doing what you're doing. If you believe that what you're doing is right, keep pressing towards what you're doing. Keep doing it. Stay covered. Stay hydrated during this season. But don't stop what you're doing. You're going to get through this season, but this is just a season where things are just going to be on high all the time. Things are going to just be on 10 all the time. But understand, hey, I know what's going on. It's nothing that I can do about it. I just need to stay covered and stay hydrated during this time. And then we get to the fall time where the temperature is now lessening, but there is no more, the crops are not going to yield any fruit in this time. So now we're not looking for all the goodies that we found in the spring season. This is a time when we need to be preparing for the winter time. We need to be now getting into a time of self-reflection, figuring out what we have done throughout the year. Was it working? Kind of analyze, go back and forth. This is my time to evaluate myself, kind of run through what I've been doing. Is it working? Is it been effective? Because now I'm going into the winter season where everything is dry. Everything, yet again, is opposite from the summer where there's heat, but now you're going to a cold effect where you pretty much get some of the same situations. So you're going through periods of time in your life where there is dryness and there is not going to be any fruit in your life, but you have to keep planting. This is your time of preparation where you're building upon what you know, you're learning more, you are setting yourself up for the next year so that when you do get the harvest of what you've been believing for, your harvest is even better and better and greater and greater. The Bible says that We ought to get rid of last year's harvest so that we can make room for the new year's harvest. That's a time of preparation. And that's a blessing to us to know that every year our harvest, or whatever you're attaining to do or be, should get bigger and bigger every year. You should be enhancing, you should be gaining. We shouldn't be falling back and going backwards and bewildered at this time in our life, because now that we understand the seasons that we're going through, we're better prepared and equipped not to give up, not to faint, continue to press forward, and know that the season of harvest shall come. But you have to be in the position to prepare for those seasons to come, so when they come, that you can bear much fruit. You don't want a season where you go and your crops have been eaten up. That means you have to water, you have to fertilize, and you have to protect your crop from the little buggies that come that are designed to take away your harvest. So when you understand the process, and maybe do research on what a farmer does, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Know what season you're in, know what you need to do to protect yourself in that season, and you're going to see the results that you're looking for. So be encouraged, not discouraged, not frustrated, but be encouraged, because now you're aware that there's different seasons for different times and different purposes. Know what season you're in so that you can be on top of it and you can still get the greater gain out of it. All right? Be blessed. Bye.